Welcome to Newsmax TV's post-debate special. I'm J.D. Hayworth. Over the next couple of hours, we'll be bringing you live reaction of tonight's Republican debate. Throughout the program, I will be joined by members of our Newsmax team and by some special guests. But right off the bat, let me introduce some of our Newsmax TV team who will join us throughout the night. From Newsmax, New York, our good friend Steve Malzberg. In South Florida, we have John Bachman, who has our Newsmax panel. We'll be getting their thoughts on the debate, plus Miranda Kahn in our Newsmax newsroom with what special media talks about and the results of our exclusive Newsmax poll this evening. In fact, ladies first, Miranda, we're going to come to you right now. We'd like you to tell our viewers how they can get involved in telling us who they thought won the debate.
Thanks, JD. Yes, we want to remind everyone to take time right now, if you haven't already, and participate in our Newsmax poll. It's your chance to tell us who you thought won tonight's fourth GOP debate. Just head on over to newsmaxpolls.com to let your voice be heard. We'll update you throughout the night. Look forward to seeing all the results and updating you. JD, back to you.
And Miranda, we look forward to those updates. And you see on the screen right now the variety of ways you can use to contact us over and above using Newsmax polls, perhaps the favorite newsmaxtv.com/comments. Now, let's go to John Bachman with our Newsmax panel as he will be gathering their thoughts. John, we know you've got a lot of questions for our assembled group, but I'm kind of curious your initial reaction before you go to those with you there in that special panel.
Well, JD, it's certainly a more kind of staid affair tonight. I felt like there was a lot more substance there. What the question is, were the questions and the subject matter something that a lot of Americans can really get their hands on and grasp? We're talking about tax rates and tax plans. That's something that everybody can really digest. We have our Newsmax panel of guests here. I just want to ask you guys a quick question by a show of hands. Who felt like they learned something about the candidates tonight? I think pretty much across the board. Who felt like this debate gave us more substance than the previous debate?
This one did. Yeah.
All right, so there you go. There's a little bit more substance here from our panel. We're going to be playing some of the clips from the debate and getting the reaction. A lot of discussion about foreign policy tonight, JD. A lot of discussion about the economy. Who really was able to cut through the discussion and reach voters on a more kind of granular level and get the kind of the emotional response that you want from this type of debate performance? That's the type of stuff we'll be weighing in tonight and getting these folks' reaction. We'll introduce you to some of them too, coming up here in just a little bit.
All right, John Bachman, we look forward to that. Now let's go to Newsmax, New York to check in with our good friend Steve Malzberg. Maybe there's something, Steve, to what John Bachman had to say. After all, this was supposed to be about the economy. It has been said that economics is the dismal science. I don't know if there was any dismal performance tonight, but I'm interested in your quick takeaway. Who do you think, was there in fact a big winner, Steve?
Well, I think the strong candidates were Marco Rubio. I think Ted Cruz did himself a lot of good. And I also think that Donald Trump, who for the most part didn't attack people, he did occasionally here and there, but I think he was measured in his delivery and his responses, and I think he drove home his points. I was interested that there was a specific question to Ben Carson near the beginning of the debate, maybe question 2 or 3, to address the media coverage he's been getting, and that was it. Nobody else was asked to comment on it or weigh in on it. And I also think immigration. And when you talk about financial matters and economic matters, I think Marco Rubio did himself very, very well on his tax plan. They all described their tax plan. Your eyes are glazing over. And Marco Rubio said that his tax plan is a pro-family tax plan. And one thing that really struck me, businesses can make deductions on investments on equipment, but families can't make deductions on investments in their children. I think that resonated.
And we're going to invest a little time with a couple of our other friends who join us. First, from San Antonio, Texas, our syndicated radio friend Joe Pags, and from New York City, the former Lieutenant Governor of New York, Betsy McCoy. Very quickly for both of you, 30 seconds, your overall impressions. Ladies first. Betsy, let's go to you first.
Well, Ted Cruz and Marco Rubio both performed very well. That was not a surprise. They're always the stars on the debate stage. Donald Trump held his own somewhat. In some areas he was lacking in knowledge, but I took a cab over here tonight and I had a cab driver, an African-American man, who raised the issue of the debate in the cab and said to me, "You going to watch the debate?" I said, "Yes." He said, "I'll be listening, and I'm for Trump." That was really interesting to me.
And a guy we listen to, Betsy, is Joe Pags. Joe, 20 seconds. I know you can give me something succinct here.
Well, I got to tell you, what she said is right. Marco Rubio and Ted Cruz always very well prepared. Donald Trump always says something that makes the audience cringe a little bit. He tried to say Carly Fiorina was interrupting too much. And John Kasich needs to understand he doesn't look very positive when he acts like a baby on stage that he didn't get enough time.
All right. Well, we've got plenty of time tonight, 2 hours, back with more of your thoughts as